Welcome to Insights into Insurance with Tom Sorensen of Americana Insurance Group. All information provided is educational in nature and not intended to be acted upon without first consulting the appropriately licensed professional.
It's a Saturday morning. Mike Whitus along with Tom Sorensen, and it's Insights to Insurance. And good morning, Tom Sorensen.
Hey, happy Saturday morning, Mike.
You know, it seems like, Tom, every Saturday morning that we discuss insurance, the weather is cooperating. It looks like today's going to be another one of those days.
Yep, that's for sure. So, weather.
We'll take a chicken dinner.
For some reason, every day we have weather. I don't know.
I don't know. And it changes if you live in Minnesota.
There you go.
We've got a big event coming up at the end of the month, and that is the 18th Annual Ag Summit that the Americana Insurance Group puts on. And let's kind of kick things off. January 31st is the date.
Yes, and January 31st is the date, and it's going to be at Riverland College. We always hold it in the lecture hall. And, it's put on by us, Americana Insurance Group, and then also Agra Finance Group, a division of Commerce Bank. Is who is putting it on, and then we have some sponsors too, and I'll talk about those as we go here. But so 8 a.m. we start with a registration, and continental breakfast there is going to be there. So from 8 a.m. to 8:30 basically, and that continental breakfast is provided by Diversified Crop Insurance Services.
And you need to register, hopefully ahead of time, by calling Americana Insurance?
Right. You need to RSVP, and you can call Americana Insurance at 507-377-2000 and ask for Lori, or anybody there can really help you. And to RSVP, give them your name.
Let's talk about the 2018 18th Annual Ag Summit. Tom, you're going to welcome folks at 8:30, and then at 8:40 is another.
Yeah, it's probably the best speaker of the day.
Best speaker
Mike.
of the day.
Yeah, it's me at 8:40. Probably.
Keep your Nerf guns at home, folks.
That's right. Actually, I'm going to do a really neat thing. I've never done this before, but I'm going to show Americana Insurance producer statistics, trends, and averages of what are our agency as a whole. What is our statistical yields. I'm not going to show every individual's yields. I'm going to show it as a whole, and then trends as far as what crop insurance coverages is my agency purchasing, and how many, and many things like that. Which, when I meet with my farmers, you know what the first thing out of their mouth is? What's the other farmers doing?
Right.
Okay. Well, this gives them an idea of what's the other farmers doing.
And a lot of folks are saying, boy, it's the winter time. Why are we doing this now? Well, the farmers have the time to start planning ahead for the next season.
Well, actually, they've already bought their seed. They're looking at, we're going to be meeting with them on their crop insurance in the next month, this next month, because they got to have their decisions made by March 15th, everything done and taken care of, and they're buying chemicals and all that stuff. So believe it or not, farming nowadays, a lot of people think it's just a few months out of the summer, but no, it's a full-time deal all year round.
And we've talked in the previous couple of Saturdays about a puzzle, how Americana Insurance puts that puzzle together. This is just another jigsaw puzzle for farmers.
It is. It really is. It really is. So then after I talk, then at 9 a.m. We have Dan Huber from Diversified Services Marketing Group. He's going to talk about the top 5 mistakes farmers tend to make when it comes to grain marketing. So it's kind of neat. It's not, hey, you need to do this, you need to do this. It's kind of, you shouldn't be doing this, you shouldn't be doing this kind of thing. So
the do's and don'ts in grain marketing that Dan will be presenting at 9 o'clock.
Right.
With Dan's presentation, we do have registration at 8 a.m. Are they required, Tom, to be there right away in the morning, or can they kind of come as the speakers?
No, I would say 8 a.m. is when we open up the doors and people can start to register and things like that. 8:30, I'd like to have everybody in their seats, and ready to go, but they can come at 8:15, 8:25 if they want. It's just that if they want to have a little relaxation time and talk and discuss things, they can, and have some coffee and rolls and all that good stuff.
Fellowship with other farmers. You'll find out what other farmers are doing. You'll
Right.
meet your friends, your neighbors that are farmers as well, and kind of just have some conversation before you kick things off.
That's right. I love fellowship.
There you go. We're talking with Tom Sorensen from Americana Insurance on this Saturday morning with our insights into insurance. Tom, with Dan's presentation at 9 o'clock, he'll go for roughly about an hour.
Yep.
And then we're going to take a little bit of a break, and then we've got the next one starting right around 10 o'clock.
Yeah, and that's going to be presented by Ashley Hambro, again, precision ag specialist for Diversified Crop Insurance, and she's going to talk about precision ag and what that can do and simplify your crop insurance management. And it can do a lot of things, create a lot of what do I want to say, more efficient management, farm management items, but we're going to basically talk more about how it can simplify your crop insurance management with precision ag.
And we're talking about crop insurance. You mentioned the hail insurance. There's a lot of different types of insurances. I'm sure that farmers are out there wondering, boy, do I need to take it? Do I not need to take it? That can, Dan's presentation at 9 o'clock, he may touch on some of that. But
Yep.
It's important to have all of your insurance questions answered all in one location.
Right, and grain marketing and crop insurance go hand in hand, and definitely I know that Dan will probably talk about that also. And then the next presentation after the Precision Ag, I'm going to have David Bow from University of Minnesota Extension Service talk about Minnesota producers' income trends and production costs. There again, what are the averages of in South Central Minnesota of rent? What's the South Central Minnesota's average of production? What is the yield trends? What is the, so again, all these farmers are wanting to know what's the Joneses doing, you know what I'm saying? And how are they doing? And this is a great place to come to find out what are the Joneses doing. How, it really as a farmer, you would come there and say, how am I comparing to some of these other, I always call it like best practices.
Right. Well, when you look at a lot of the farmers do talk at the coffee shop or what have you, and they're like, well, what soybeans did you use? What corn did you use? What was your yield? How did the cost comparison? This is just a great process that Americana Insurance Group, along with your sponsor, putting this Ag Summit together and to find out those questions.
Well, and to be honest with you, I hear a lot of that coffee talk that comes into my office, and I can tell you these farmers, they'll come in and say, "God, I didn't average 70 bushel beans like the other guys are all doing." And I'm like, I see what those numbers are. No one's averaging 70 bushel, that kind of stuff. So this is real true numbers. So.
And they'll put them averages together. They'll put the rent averages together in southeastern Minnesota. And it can be not only with Ashley's presentation, with David's presentation, with Dan's presentation. Is there an opportunity, Tom, after each presentation to maybe answer some questions?
Yeah, we'll be able to. Each presenter will give some time for questions. So that's absolutely, we love that.
We're talking with Tom Sorensen with Americana Insurance Group. We're talking about a big event coming up on Wednesday, January 31st.
Yep.
It's a Wednesday at Riverland College Lecture Hall. It's the 2018 18th Annual Ag Summit. Tom, we're going to take a quick break here on this Saturday morning. You've got some more speakers and some more topics that we'll be talking about, part of the annual Ag Summit, and we'll be back right after this.
Got that new home edition and you're keeping it covered.
Brad, I can help with coverages. Man-to-man coverage, zone coverage, combo coverage.
I don't know, Peyton. I was thinking the types of coverages that your nationwide agent offers.
Oh, like home, auto, business, life, farm, boat, your tour bus.
Products availability varies by state, agent, and other factors. Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company, Columbus, Ohio.
For all your many sides, there's Nationwide. Call Americana Insurance Group in Albert Lea and Wells today.
Welcome back to Insights to Insurance with Americana Insurance Group and Tom Sorensen along with Mike Whitus here on 1450 KATE. And Tom, we're talking about the 2018 18th Annual Ag Summit. It'll be held on Wednesday, January 31st at the Riverland College in Albert Lea in the lecture hall. And we kind of left off with the 10:35 presentation, but we're another presentation coming up on that day at 11:15.
Yes, at 11:15. I was just listening to you say 2018 18th Annual. It's kind of a tongue twister.
It is. It is. But I got through it.
Yeah. So anyway, 11:15. Then we'll start with Minnesota's recent climate conditions and outlook. And the presenter is going to be Kenneth Blumenfeld. He's a PhD, senior climatologist with the Minnesota DNR, which I have yet to have had anybody to do with weather or climate at one of these summits. So this is going to be interesting. I always go to different ones that for different venues that I've gone to where they have certain guys talk about in their climate people, and boy, they're so interesting to listen to. And so I would guess that this Kenneth is going to be very interesting. Well, I know he's very interesting because I've seen him speak, so that's why I got him. And so he's going to be speaking. So again, kind of talking about what has happened in the past and what should we look for in weather in the future here in Minnesota.
It's more than just pulling out the Farmer's Almanac book and predicting something. He may include some of that, but this is more maybe an average trend of what happened in the past and looking forward on what temperatures may be, what spring is going to be, and the whole 9 yards.
And that's what these climate guys are doing. It's all about trends. And believe it or not, I wish a lot of people would go see somebody talk like this, where there's certain things that just happen every 10 years or every 20 years or every 100 years. It's just what it happens, and trends show it. And it's amazing when that happens with the climate conditions, how that trends work.
Kenneth will be there at 11:15, and then at noon, another great presenter that you've got lined up, Tom.
Yeah, and it's Jim Drummond. He's a risk management consultant at Nationwide Agribusiness Insurance, and so he is going to do a presentation on what a farm insurer should look like. So what he's going to be presenting on is what should the insurance company look like? What should they offer? How should they take care of their clients? Well, then also too, what should the agency look like? And your agent, what should that look like? And then he's going to talk about a little bit of risk management. What a good insurance company should offer, like risk management, training, things like that for their clients.
Like Americana Insurance, that kind of gets to know not only the farmer, but the farmer's wife, the kids, the in-laws, everybody that's involved in the farming industry with that farm. Americana Insurance, kind of, as we've talked about before, puts that puzzle pieces together to make sure that everything is covered.
Absolutely. Yep. And then you go ahead.
We got lunch, and then after lunch, another great program coming up at 1:30 at the Ag Summit. And that's Jolene will have a topic.
Right. Well, let's go back to lunch. That's my favorite presentation of the day. We're going to have lunch at 12:30, and that'll be the end of the day for many of the people that come to our meeting or our summit. And that, again, is provided by Diversified Crop Insurance Services. And then after that, at 1:30, it's optional, okay? Well, obviously everything's optional, but it's optional if you would like to attend, which we normally have a pretty good turnout, is what we call Land is Your Legacy, and it's presenter Jolene Honkamp, who has been my what do I want to say, special guest on this show many times, and she is owner of JH Financial, who is now officing out of our office in Albert Lea, and she's going to be doing a presentation on Land is Your Legacy, and which is farm succession, transition planning, and estate planning.
So really, it's not a long day at all. Again, we're talking with Tom Sorensen, Americana Insurance Group, the 18th Annual Ag Summit. It's coming up.
It's coming up January 31st at Riverland College Lecture Hall, and it starts at 8 a.m. for registration. And then also, too, I want to announce also, not only is Diversified Crop Insurance, they're our gold sponsor. Nationwide Agribusiness Insurance is our silver sponsor, and Armtech Crop Insurance is our bronze sponsor. And they can call us at 507-377-2000 to RSVP.
We need to have them register ahead of time. It's the 2018 18th Annual Ag Summit, Riverland College, Albert Lea campus in the lecture hall, Wednesday, January 31st. Tom, that's going to wrap up our Saturday morning.
Well, thanks, Mike. Man, that was quick.
We'll see you next Saturday.
You too, bud.
All right.
You've been listening to Insights into Insurance from Americana Insurance Group. All information provided is intended to be educational in nature. Before acting upon any information obtained during the Insights into Insurance radio show broadcast, consult an appropriately licensed professional.